Welcome to Honey's Kitchen. We're making tortellini soup. My favorite tortellini soup recipe calls for Italian sausage as the meat in it. And I do not like Italian sausage. I know by the looks of me, there's not very much that I don't like, but that is one of the things I just cannot stand. For some reason, I like sausage and I like just Italian seasonings, but together, ugh. So instead of using Italian sausage, I'm going to use a deer burger that we have. So it's venison meat that we've put some bacon when we grind that. And that's what I'm using instead. But you are free to use regular sausage. You can use some kind of Kaneka sausage. You can use the Italian sausage if you would like, but that is what we're using. So I've got that in the microwave. It's defrosting now, and I'm going to brown it up. My meat's browned up. You can make this in an Instapot if you would like, or even a crock pot. I've tried an Instapot, and for some reason I couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to do. So everything that I made did not turn out as good as what I would make it on the stove. So I actually give it to one of my kids. But you can do it in a crock pot too. I've done it like that and just do everything except for like my tortellinis and my spinach. And then so it kind of in a slow simmer all day or for however many hours, and then add the tortellini and the spinach like when you get home. All right, so I've got my meat browned up. Make sure to turn this down just a little bit. I've got some chicken broth. We might add more broth later. Some fire roasted diced tomatoes. You guys know I like my fire roasted veggies. Tomato soup. So all of my recipes are a suggestion. You can take it and make it your own, which is a lot of times what I do with a recipe that I'll find. There may be one thing like this Italian sausage that's called for, and this one was not putting Italian sausage in it. But you know, just make them your own. Add extra things. Okay, onion and chive sour cream spread. This is important that you get this specific kind. This is where a lot of your flavors is going to come from. It's very thick, so it's going to take a while to kind of melt down. Bringing everything to a boil. It's kind of just to get everything super warm. And then I have some sun-dried tomatoes that I'm going to put in there. And these are so good. They're like little tomato jerky. It's one of my favorite parts of this recipe. If you don't like tomatoes, this is not a recipe for you because it's got the diced tomatoes, the tomato soup, and the sun-dried tomatoes. Now I forgot about like vegetarians out there. You can always change that to some type of impossible meat or whatever, a plant-based meat that you want, and you can use this recipe too, since that's really the only thing that's meat in here. One of my children happens to be a vegetarian. She did not learn that from us because the rest of us are hunters and gatherers. I like my venison, so but you could so put something else in here. My soup's to a boil. I've got some baby spinach I'm going to drop in there. Just going to do a little bit of salt. Mine has that bacon that's in there with my deer meat, so it's flavored really good already. but I am going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to cover it and just turn it down really low and let it keep simmering for just a little bit longer. And then we're going to add our tortellini back in. So our soup's been simmering for a while. You guys see how yummy this looks? I'm going to add the tortellini in. I buy the refrigerated tortellini. I don't like the frozen kind. I've tried it before, and it's, to me, is not as good. This in my in my grocery store, this is where like the specialty cheeses is, and like the hummus and all that kind of stuff. They have all different kinds. They have chicken. You can buy the one that has chicken in there, whatever you want. But I have the 5 cheese tortellini. So I'm just gonna drop this in here. This one says that it cooks for 3 minutes. Usually it's slightly longer than that I leave it in there. But I don't know about if you were to use the frozen. You would just have to see what it says on the container for that. All right, I'm going to cover and let it simmer for just a bit longer. I'll check on our soup. Our tortellinis are floating, which usually that means that they're done. Yep. Just break one in half. So it's done. Look at this yummy goodness. All right, I'm going to dip some out, let it cool. I made some little French baguette. I've just put like some olive oil and some butter and some Italian seasoning because, like I said, I like the Italian seasoning like that, but I don't like it with my meat. So I just put it in the toaster oven, let it toast up. But look, so yummy. Got tomatoes, spinach, the sun-dried tomatoes, and the cheese tortellini. Very good. The bread's good too. My bowl's still hot. So who's stopping by to taste and clean up tonight? Thanks for stopping by Honey's Kitchen.